chat. There we go. Sometimes it takes a little while for things to start. Right. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I have a chat thing going here, so if you want to say hello you can. Otherwise you can sit and, you know, stare at old Malin there. Now I'm going to day one, because that's where I need to be. Four viewers, man, you know, I've not even started yet. That's how exciting this thread is, man. 4 viewers. Well, one of them could be Alan. It's not a bad thing. I'm actually Alan. Oh. Right. Right. Alright then. Oh. There we go. Okay. Don't expect in-depth conversations. I've got work to do. Sorry guys. But I'll do what I can. Now, for those who don't know how I work, I've got my main screen in front of me. That's the one you're looking at. Then above that I've got a content browser. To the left of that I've got my log window. And then I've got like another 5 windows open on another 5 screens. So, serious business. Okay. Now then, finally, it's that time to use the level blueprint. So, I am going to need to make some notes. Where's my notebook gone? Here it is. Okay, so done that. You'll see me get notepads out a lot, okay, because I use them an awful lot. So I need to find my game mode. Probably this one. Let's see what storage variables we have. Okay, so we've got WS car vanish set. Okay, that's cool. So I'm going to set some other ones as well. Just a WS1 and WS2. Okay, that way I can set more if I need to. I'll make them public so I can write to them and compile and save. Okay, so what I need to do is I would like a timer set up for when my, well, when the player basically walks through here. Okay, but this timer is only going to happen if you've already activated this chappy here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a WS flag on it. Don't worry if you don't understand what I mean. If you want to know what I'm talking about, by all means just type in channel. I'll show you how you type in channel. Hello all. There you go, I just typed in channel. It's me, Chris EO. There we go. Like Mario but different. Right, so final stage housekeeping. This sets the game mode WS back value to false and also sets the fade back to default. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so under setup here then, what I want to do is create a new variable, and this is working storage. That's why I call it WS. I'm going to call it send input 1. Okay, just so I know what it does. So WS send input 1, compile, save. So got a bit going on in here, but what I'm interested in is the end stage housekeeping. Okay, this sets the game mode WS back to false and sets the thingy. So before we destroy the actor, okay, what I need to do is send this WS send input 1. So I'm going to read it. Get branch. Okay, so now what's happening is my branch is going to read this, disconnect that one. On false, we're just going to go straight to destroy actor. On true, we're going to do a little something. What are we going to do? Well, I'm going to take this feckin' hat off. I need to interrogate, so I'm going to cast to BP got game horror mode basically. So as BP horror game mode, set WS 1. You see how I was able to pull both these out? So if I do that and just straighten up this, okay, true comes down to there, and then it exits back into this anyway. You see, so both of these go in there. And destroy target is still itself. Right, so WS send input, I'll make this the same value as this. So there. Compile, save. Right, why was that important? Because if we're sending input before we collapse this, once we set that to WS1, I can then read the value as it comes through. By the way, the reason I'm talking to you isn't because I'm trying to teach anyone, it's actually because it's easier for me this way to remember what I'm doing. Okay, so blueprints, solos, nice. Right, so empty open level blueprint. Here we go. So this is the main world, event begin play. Okay, that's where I can set all my variables and shit. Pardon my French. Now I need a collision mesh. So that'll be under box trigger. Now make sure this is in the persistent level because that's the one I'm in. And I'm going to call this, I'll give it a big name like trigger 1 or something. Or trigger box 1, that sounds good line. Okay, so it's got a nice easy to remember name. Now I'm going to make it bigger. The idea being that I want, you know, the player, if they go through it, I want this to register them. Okay, that's important. Next, I'll put a variable here and I'm going to call this debug mode. Okay, and debug mode is set to off by default, so I can turn that on and off. There's a lot of reflecting going on my screen. I'm going to bring this down here. Okay, now with this selected, okay, because it's a blueprint, a level blueprint, I can right click and add an event for trigger box. So on begin overlap. Okay, so we've got that. Now on begin overlap, what I want to do is I want to check the value from game mode. So I cast to BP, I think it's horror game mode. There we are. I'm casting to that, and I'm going to get a reference to game mode, which is just there. Okay, so I've got a reference now to the thing that I'm casting to. Then with that, I am going to read the value of WS1, okay, and I'm going to feed it into a branch. Now if my branch's condition is true, then we know that we can start a timer event. Okay, so that's what's going to come out here. If it's false, it's not going to do anything. There's no point. So this is all that matters, is that it's doing this initial. Now, timer. Okay, I'm going to look up something on this because I want to make sure I get the syntax correct. Incidentally, look around you is very worth looking at, so just FYI. And also, everyone reads the manual. If you don't read the manual, you're not going to improve, okay? Just seriously. Right. So you're going to watch me now looking at the screen. This is me watching something, by the way. I'm going to move this to the other screen where there's not as much reflectivity. I'm just curious to see how this guy does it. Okay, so I can see how this is working now. And debug mode, get, branch it. If this is true, then I'm going to print it out, otherwise I'm not. Okay, so now if I go back onto my event graph, okay, I now have to begin the overlap, cast to BP horror game mode, target WS1. So if this is set to true, WS1 is set to true, then I'm going to set timer by function name. I have a function name. Set timer by function name. Function name is going to be timer1. Good thing is I can call this time, and that means whenever I want as well. It's going to decrement it every second. It's going to be looping. Okay, so that is cool. That is pretty much what I want. So debug mode, I'll make sure it's turned on. Compile and save. Now there's a reason for this. Yeah, I know Visual Studio is not installed. Okay, I'll install it again soon. So I need a player start if we don't have one already. Should be over here. And let's just move it along to about there. Disable. I hope you guys in the channel are doing good. Oh god, I am. Okay, play. Oh, bad size. Why is it bad size? That means it's gonna work. Right, so the reason I've done this is because
get the torch. Good luck.
right, now that I've done the interaction with him, moving further away. Actually, I need to check this. Didn't send an input. Okay, so play. Oh, actually, and if I'm doing this, I may as well move him back a little bit, otherwise I can't get past him. There. I know I'm not supposed to. What do I do when it's a bad size technical, my lovely? Well, allow me to show you. Move it up a little bit, because it just means it's crashing something that's on the base. I know what it's actually crashing into. There's a box down here. If I just type in box, now I can't remember like where exactly, but I do know that there's a box in here. It's an invisible one, and it's causing a few issues. It's just unfortunately, once they're invisible, it becomes a little bit of an issue. Right, play. Good to have you around, technical. Questions are good. I like questions. Okay, so I'm just whizzing through this, by the way, so don't worry that you're missing anything. I need to make sure the timer is working. That's the main important thing to me. Ignore the fact that the hand, which should have a torch in, does not have a torch in as well. I'm aware that it doesn't. I just want to make sure that the timer starts. Yeah, there it is. Up in the top left, we can see now. So that will only start once we've actually communicated with the NPC, okay, this invisible timer. Okay, I'm going to turn the visibility of debug mode to off. Chink. Okay, that's done. Compile and save. Now, there's a next thing I need to do up here. So if I come up here to where I have the engine room. So, in here. Okay, so once the engine room is started, and I'm well aware that, you know, there doesn't seem to be any lights that it's connected to. Used to work, but it doesn't like these anymore. Ah, there we are, DR lights. Add a couple more. Okay, and okay, these are just point lights, literally, but they'll do for the minute. I'm not doing anything special with them. Right, so over here, this is where I have my thing. So I'm just going to open this up, and I'm going to send a message to WS1 from this again. So actually, WS2 will do. So here's my VP generator. Set intensity, blah 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 blah. So this is all worked, it's all came down here. So what I need to do now is check and see if I've done a cast. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so I'll do that at the end. cast to, let me see, it's a blueprint. Or a game mode. Because I'm casting it to game mode, the object I'm casting it to needs to be game mode. So get game mode. That's the bit that's really confusing if you're not used to it. Okay, so as the BP horror game mode, I'm going to get WS. So I'm going to set WS2, which is this one. I'm going to set it to true. Compile and save. Okay, so what that means is that if you have fueled this up, turned it on, talked to Malin, then by the time we get up here, you may notice that we are suffering from a distinct lack of lighthouse keeper's house at the moment. So let's just load that up. Keeper's house. Is that K for keeper's house? Where's my keeper's house gone? Okay, this is odd. I accidentally deleted it or something. Add existing. Let's see. Maybe I have. Keeper house. That is keeper house 1. There it is. And that's why streaming levels are great. Okay, so for keeper house at the minute, I'm just going to not bother setting too much of its stuff up. I just want it to be always loaded. I know it's going to use up a lot more resources that way, but I don't care. Okay, back to persistent level. Now, in persistent level, this is the way they're going to come into the lighthouse, so I need a box trigger. And this is the only time you're going to see a stream where I'm actually showing you how I put this stuff together, by the way. Because after this, I'm not going to spoil any of the more interesting puzzles. But I thought people might be interested to see the process, and I could do with the publicity, to be honest, so. Right. So let's have a look over here. We've got the event graph for day level, compile, save. We've got the timer set up already, so that's cool. So what we need to do first is we need to make sure that there's a few things going on. We've got to have a few different events based on a few different things, okay? And this is going to cause some visibilities. So this is our timer function. Let's just move this over here. Check that you have talked to Malin, then start the timer when you start to climb the stairs. Right, now I'll put this over here. So the next thing I want to do is we're going to check at the base as we enter the lighthouse. Am I still simulating? Oh god, I'm an idiot. Right, wasn't even looking at the right thing. Let's close these windows down. Okay, so with that selected, I should have add event, collision, add on to begin overlap. I'll put that here. There's a lot of overlaps used in events and game stuff. Now then, what I need to do is I need to do a branch, so I'm going to do a cast to BP horror game mode again. I could just bring down that one, but it won't have been activated unless I overlap that one. So cast to BP horror game mode. Okay, and again I'm going to just get its return value of get game mode. keep it nice and tidy because that's what we do. Okay, as game mode, we're going to get WS2. So there we are. Now I'm going to read the value of working storage 2 in a branch. So WS2, if I just, did you turn on the generator? Okay, so that's the first test. Did you turn on the generator before you go in the house? Because after this, doesn't matter. Okay, you can go back and turn the generator on all you want, but I'll probably just hide the fuel. So if false, let's hide the fuel actually. That's a good idea. Make it impossible for you to turn it on at that point. So if I just find a fuel tank, and we know it's a blueprint. Whee! There it is. Okay, so where's my fuel tank? Not bloody here. Of course it isn't. Okay, so I need to set my fuel tank up down here because this puzzle ain't going to work without the fuel tank. Ooh. So, luckily I have everything I need here. So, BP inventory item. Inventory item object is going to be a nice full fuel tank. Now I'm going to sit it next to all these other fuel tanks. That seems a dick move. There we go. There, so there's our fuel tank there. Now, come back up here. And what's it called again? Blah 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 blah. Inventory item 5. Core function not in BP inventory item something 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 something. Yeah, that sounds about right. So what do I want to do with it? So here's my reference. So, did you turn on the generator? No. So let's destroy actor. Okay, so at this point, well, you should have done. Okay, so let's get rid of it. Okay, so this is a bad ending. Well, not a bad ending, it's just something that isn't really. Next. Keeps this stuff on the screen for a long ass time, doesn't it? Okay, next. On the true, did I turn on the generator? Now what I need to do is I need to read this timer. So, forget this. Now then, at the minute, the time is counting from... God, an awful lot. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to slowly make my way up to the house and see how long the time is going to take. Good times. So let me turn on debug mode. Okay, so play. By the way, the sea is noisier when you're near the sea, just in case you were wondering. I'll take the torch in case I need it.
Get the
Watermelon. Okay. So, the timer should appear. timer did not appear. Why did the timer not appear? Debug mode is on. I'll put this over here so I can see exactly what's happening. You're going to see the same bit of this run over and over again, by the way, so I do apologise.
Get the...
This is exactly what game dev is, just playing the same bit of fucking game over and over again. There, okay. I need to adjust the step up height because I'm going to probably get called a few times. Oh, hang on. No, I didn't pick up the torch anyway, so. Okay, because I know that 300 is going to give you a 5-minute window, but I also know that people probably want to explore a bit. I'd forgotten about that. Okay, so you can do it in 120 seconds, which is 2 minutes. So if I make a fair, I think it's fair 4 minutes. No, sod it, 5 minutes. Okay, so 5 minutes means you do it in fast. So less than 5 minutes, otherwise not so fast. Okay, that seems good. I can do that. So, this also means I can lock or unlock doors depending on how I need them. Right, so if I come over here now, I've got the wrong flipping thing ticked. Good girl, Chris. There. Okay, so I'll turn debug mode off again. And then down here, did you turn on the generator? No. And then it stops you doing it, and then you come in and you're like, never mind. Okay, so timer. The timer. If the timer is less than or equal to, let's say 10. Okay, so if it's under 10 seconds, or under 10 or whatever, then this boolean here will be set. So branch like that. Checks the speed you completed the task. There we are. Right, next we have 3 events come off this now, and I want to make them as readable as possible. So, firstly, let's put these inside of a container. Right, so we're checking the status of the first job once you get to the lighthouse. So that's all contained inside this, sub-events, you name it. Now, we've got 3 outputs, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the outputs up so that I can adjust this easier if I need to. So, let's do 3 print statements, I think, just for the minute. I'm not actually going to print anything, but it'll come in handy just for separating stuff. So that's first event, second event, third event. So if it's under 10, but I'm going to notch this to inverse it. No, I don't want to place a new bloody node. God, I don't understand that. Right, so I've got 3 nodes coming in. Okay, bad node, good node, so good. So let's just separate these so I can give them some suitable names and just tag them. 1, 2, 3. And get them. So I've got 3 outputs. Yeah, man, I'm going to head out like the streams, wish we catch more of them. That's okay, Technical. Been good having you here, man. You drop on by, and hopefully I'll see some more of you. Right, compile, save. I know there's no end events on that, don't care. Next. We should have 3 NPCs that are all going to be classed as hidden. And a chair, I would imagine. So there's only one way into here. This is unlocked. Yep, good. So we can go in here if we need to. Right. Now this chair is not visible at the moment. So let's make it visible. Okay, there we go. Save. Right, so now I need to come down to my blueprints. And I need my NPC. BP NPC comes here. Now then, this little fellow is not going to follow us around. So, let me see, he will not rotate automatically. He will vanish after interaction. Okay. WS send input 1. You know, I think I should probably clear that at the beginning of every conversation if I can. So actually, I can probably do that through the thing up here. Okay, because checks the status of the job, so it's red WS2. Did you turn on the generator? Yes, no, blah blah blah. So what we can do is we can set the generator to 0. There's set WS2. This makes my job a wee bit easier. If that variable's been reset, it means I can reuse it again. Okay, so set these all. set WS2. Next. Doop, compile and save. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so now I need to start putting things in here. So I've got this one. And let's replace it with that. Lovely. Now then, when I do this, there's a couple of things that I'll probably need to do. So blah 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 blah. What's he doing? Which is his dialogue? It is. Wow, not set. Okay, that's not cool. So, blueprint dialogues, data. Welcome, welcome, lad. Good work getting the lights turned on. So that's bill 1 we're going to come in at on this. Bill 1. So that comes in as that. Save current. So if I come down to my day level now, and yes, I'm having to split things up a wee bit. So that comes out from here. Now, until such time as we need this, this will be invisible and unusable, so hidden in game. So if I play from here, I don't want that to happen either, so it's important that, you know, he isn't active. So a lot of stuff in this, isn't there? Either. Okay, I'll give this some consideration. Cool, okay. Of course, that is so stupidly easy. So, we've got 3 of these, so I need to get a reference to that fella. Okay, and this is going in the middle, because that's where he belongs. Set actor tick enabled. Now this is tricky because these fellas here are actually only going to appear if I'm not careful, so put them over here. Set actor tick enabled because I just want to make sure it works properly. Okay. So this should now not be here. No, dude, that's not what I wanted. Get back. I was obviously crashing through a wall or something. There, okay.
Welcome. Good. Well, whether it.
Okay, that's teensy bit odd, but okay. Oh, I know what to do. I'm being an idioto, yeah. Okay, so I've got him in here. Now over here, I've got the other one. So, oops, wrong way. There he is. Maybe he's looking out the window, who knows, but he will rotate automatically. He doesn't need to complete an action on finish either, so let's open that blueprint. Okay, we're not doing this anymore, so goodbye. And action on complete. Can get rid of. There we go. Compile and save. Right. So he's in here, and this door is locked. And this door is also locked, so that's cool. Is that door locked? Yes. Is that door locked? This door must be locked, it's important. It isn't locked. Now it's locked. Okay, so this is the only room with a Malin in that's actually accessible. Okay, and then this door here is locked. Now over here, that door should be locked. That door is unlocked. That door is locked. This door is locked. Come into here. And Malin is going to be here. Okay then, so we've got a few different states for Malin. So this is Malin H1. Let's go over here and I'm going to change this to that one. Okay, because Malin's a little bit annoyed. Took you a while to get there, didn't it? Okay, next. I love that little painting. Whee! Okay, so we've got him, and he is going to start his dialogue there. So just check my dialogues. He's annoyed. Took you a while there, lad. Sorry, Captain. Young and your first time on the rock. Blah blah blah. So this is the first one. I've got the lights cap turned on. Welcome, welcome, fierce mild. Took you a while there, lad. Blah blah blah. Okay, let's get rid of dummy text. Okay, I need to put in another section of text for the ugh, you didn't make it, bad luck. So let me see, days, assets. audio dictionary, which I'll keep over here. Never mind, you'll soon get the hang of it soon. Weather. It's weather, not weather. So. Okay, it's C1L8. C1L8. And I need to set WS var. He will vanish after the interaction there. Okay, now this one is already running the correct dialogue, which is bill 1, so he will then vanish after interaction. And this chappy here BP NPC, what the heck have I got that for? Don't even want to know. Right, so dialogue UI, blah blah blah, Malin, and he will be C1L7. Okay, so save current. Next, geez, Louise. Let's unlock only the relevant door, depending on what it is we need to do. So save, delete. Okay, I should have a, there it is. So, these are the resets. So, reset 3, 2, 1. Next, we're going to come in here. We're going to unlock this door. So, we're going to cast to BP animated door LH keeper 7, yeah. So, fingers crossed. So I lost where I was doing stuff for some reason. I'm in the wrong one. Right, so this is the door. BP animated door 7 is what I'm accustomed to. And that's took you a while there, lad. So cast to BP animated door LH keepers. Okay, and then for the object, that's going to be that's going to be a chosen object for this one, so I'm going to have to actually choose it, which means I need a variable. Door, and this is going to be a blueprint. This is actually going to be BP animated door LH keepers. Compile and save. Yeah, I'm aware, don't worry. Get that. Set it to there. So this is the door that's going to open based on what we need. compile, save, note. Nice. It took a while there, lad. Should actually be the next one up. I love finding solutions for things, and this is like a nice solution that works for me. Okay, so set actor location. We've got the new location there, so I'm going to call this dummy NPC2. Give it that plus, so I know what it is. Right, so set actor location. So then I'm going to do is create a reference to dummy NPC1, get location. And I'm going to set its location to there. Okay, I'm not interested in its rotation and junk, I just want that. Compile, save. Right, so I'm going to make a new actor called dummy bin. Okay, so that's dummy bin. I'll rename it. I'll call it dummy waiting area actually. And let's get just dummy waiting area. Oh, let's get it. Once it's selected, I can just get a location of it here. So there we go. Okay, next. Quite enjoy doing it this way actually. Okay, empty actor. Right, so this is dummy NPC 1. And look at the position. So for this one, set at location. I'll just duplicate it. Set to location, set to location. Okay, dummy NPC 2 and BP NPC 3. Dummy NPC 2. God, I'm an idiot. I really am. Jeez, that was such a... completely forgot what I was doing there. Okay, so this is add event for BP NPC 3.2. There we are. Well, at the right NPC there, that says 3. And that's 2. Yeah, let's delete that. Logic in the game. So tricky. Goes there. Now I need to get my dummy NPC. Now I've got dummy 1. There we are, so get out to location. Okay, and then I'm going to set the new location to the same as this one. And then finally, in the kitchen, because it's too busy bitching. Kitchen. Hey. Sitting by the fire, having a bad time, man. Having a bad time. Okay, so next. Let's get a location, so it gets a reference to BP NPC 4. Cool. So I need an actor that's a dummy. Okay. I want dummy NPC, so I'll get it. Get back to location. I could have probably done this as an array or something clever like that, but I just want to get it working. That goes in there. It's not a sweep. Okay, next. Let's just get these buggers up. Let's get them a sensible name. There's the waiting area, just waiting for me. So, set nmalin for took ye a while there, lad. Set malin for Well done. And set Malin for just so that I get a good reference for what each one is. Right. Next. I used to love doing this when I was a kid, writing adventure games. I always wanted to write adventure games properly. And I had the GAC, which is the Graphic Adventure Kit, but didn't really like it that much. Okay, now I want to send a result to my game mode. So I'm probably going to need to open up my game mode. And I'm going to write a new variable, and we're going to call this, let's keep an eye on it. So we're going to call this liked score. Okay. Actually, I'll change it. I'm going to call it Malin score. So that's your score with Malin, which is set as an integer. Compile and save. And that's going to come in more useful when you want to do things with you. So your current Malin score when you first start will be 0. However, it will respect that and pump it up and stuff as we go through. So let's give you some points, say the way. So let's do a cast, and I'm going to keep that up here, but it's kind of out of the way, I suppose. Actually, no, sorry, I'll do it here. May as well. Get game mode. Right. Get Malin score. And tidy. Right, so also set Malin score. And what I need to do is, so this is the best possible result, so Malin score plus, okay, because it's an integer plus an integer, and then I can add how many points you got for that. So let's say you got, let's say he's pleased, you did it fast, okay, so let's do that. And then he sets it back on the Malin score. So he's read the Malin score and added to it. Now this one, because you do get a prize just for completing. So target goes to here, Malin score comes on the top, and you get 2 points, actually 3 points. Okay, because you did eventually get the lights on, you just took a little while. Okay, and then finally, let's do this one. princess is upstairs, probably doing some Peloton. She likes Peloton. Right, and a participation award, you get a point. It's not much, but you know, you get a point. Okay, so quite a nice little block this. I'll probably, you know, block it out once I'm done. Now over here I did my resets. Now I have my locations. So I'll grab these three, put them over here. Because if this one's location has been set, then these two will be reset, and so forth. Okay, so our location. Get location. Okay. So what this will do is it will put our waiting things wherever. So I'm just going to straighten these out a bit. Which I do to make it easier to read. Okay, so next, if this one's appeared, then we're going to set this one and this one, or this one and this one, or this one, etc. Now I don't think it's going to let me set these the way that I want it to, because if you look, I can't kind of branch out and set two at once. So what I'm going to have to do is, if this one is setting these two like that, this one is coming back to here. Okay, so we can only do one of these tasks. So this goes up here and then down to here, and it's done. Okay, I'm going to just delete off these paths just to make it a little bit more flipping manageable for me. Right. So 2, 3, and 4. So set out to location. So this one, this one. Okay, now for this one, it's going to be this one. And this one. And then if I come on this one, it's going to be this one. And this one. This is our bank. and delete. So this is our bank of things that we're going to hide and unhide. Next. Where's my dummy? I bet I've deleted it without realising even. Oh no, here it is. Dummy. Right. So. Feed this into every single one of these. It's this interesting little spidery thing. Oh, come on. There. Okay, so this is NPC 2. And it will hide 3 and 4. This is NPC dummy NPC 1, BPC MP3, and 3 is going to hide 2 and 4. And 4 is going to hide 2 and 3, I would imagine. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so these all come out the other end completely. Okay, so this is the decision path based on what it is we're doing. Oh, so, this one's not connected. Okay, compile, make sure there's no errors. I can't see any. Move unused NPCs to another location. Hang on a minute. I think I'm being an idiot. I'm going to just destroy actor because they're never going to be bloody used. That saves me a whole horde of time. Oh, God. Okay, so BPNPC 2, 3, 4. Duplicate and move over here. God almighty. Destroy actor. Destroy actor. God almighty. Destroy actor. Okay, that way they're completely out of the way. I really was going about things a really long way. Go figure. So, NPC 2 is going to have 3 and 4 destroyed. Okay, so there's 3 and 4. This one is going to have, well, this is 3, so it's going to get rid of 2 and 4. Okay. And then the last one is going to be probably, well, that's 4, so that's going to be 2 and 3. There we go. I can hear my puppy. Say it's a puppy, is like great big bloody thing there. So it's a great big bloody thing, but it's actually very small. Very little. There we go. Destroy. NPC. Alright, so now if I bring this up to here. Right. Now I can move that up here. It is slightly out of the way. Okay. That was exciting. So compile and save. Next. Forgot where I was. There we go. Good, good, good. I'm going to move you over there. I don't think I need you anymore. Well, you know what? I'll put you down there anyway. Other way. There we go. Right. Now then, under Malin's dialogues. Okay, so this is where we're going to have Operation Food Time. So for this, okay, I'm going to have another NPC just here. So much stuff. Using H1, which is fine. Rotate automatically, which is also fine. Save current. I'll sit here, and there'll be some food and stuff. So, level blueprint. That's better. Right, over here then. So Now this one will always be visible. We can come into the dining room when it's time for dinner. So this is where the dinner section starts.
Get the talk. Good luck.
Right. Pardon me. Crikey.